Hey guys, my name is Drake Robert. Ethan Fontanez is one of my best friends. He was one of my most avid supporters, just spiritually, financially. He gave for every single one of my trips, my missions trips that I've gone on. And I've even gone on one with him in the past. On Tuesday, Ethan Fontanez passed away. He was diagnosed with cancer about a year ago, and after about 9 or 10 rounds of chemotherapy, his body just began to shut down. The last conversation I had with him, he was telling me that he wanted to give and he wanted to provide for me to go on my next missions trip. And that was totally like Ethan, to be literally in the hospital dying, and he's wanting to give money to me when it should be the opposite way around. I should be the one giving money to him. That was the very last conversation I ever had with him. Ethan then passed away on Tuesday. A few days later, his wife Loretta wrote me and basically said, hey, instead of bringing flowers, she wanted everyone to donate to my ministry work, because that's what Ethan would want. In February of 2019, I led a crew of me and 2 other guys to India. While we were there, we were preaching to a village where it's specifically outcast people. These people are sick. They have AIDS, they have HIV, they have, some of them have cancer, some of them have deformities, alcoholism, drug users. We just shared the gospel, and we laid hands on these people, and we touched them, and we prayed for them. Many began to cry, many began to sing, many began to dance, but overall there was still this dark, sober atmosphere there, because these people were just desperate. They didn't have anything. As we were leaving, our translator, which his name is David, told us that these people pulled him aside and said, hey, we really want you guys to build a church here. About 2 weeks ago, David wrote me and said that they were growing out of their home church and that they desperately needed a shelter or a small building to be able to meet in and gather in. So Loretta reached out to me a few days ago and said that instead of flowers, she wanted to donate to my missions trip. But I just told her, I was like, look, there's an opportunity to plant a church. I mean, the church is technically started, but we have an opportunity to build a actual building, and we'll put Ethan's name smack dab on the front of it. If you know Ethan, all he cared about was making sure the people that felt unloved felt loved. This is an opportunity to make sure Ethan's name brings life out of a really crappy situation. I really feel like Ethan was called to the nations. Maybe not India. I feel like he was called back home to Burma. But this is an opportunity to plant Ethan's name in a nation that's lost, for a people that's lost, for a people that is exactly the kind of people Ethan would want to reach. Out of Ethan's death, we can build this church and bring life to people. That out of Ethan's death, people will come to Christ. That this church will be a saving place, a hopeful place for people that are sick, people that have nobody to be able to go there and have someone. Out of Ethan's death will become life. And I don't think of any other way that Ethan would want to have it. So consider giving. And this has nothing to do with me. I just want to see something great come out of this situation. I want to see my friend's name do something and not just be a cancer patient. And I know he's much more than that. He'll always be much more than that to everyone that ever knew him. But I feel like this is an opportunity to kick the devil in the mouth, because we were robbed on this earth of Ethan. And this is an opportunity to advance the kingdom. when it seems like we were at a disadvantage. This is an opportunity to move forward when it feels like we got pushed back. You know, out of Ethan and I's relationship, I was always the fighter, and he was always the lover. He loved everybody, and I wanted to fight everybody. I mean, obviously, we grew up, we walked out similar journeys together. Ethan is somebody I want to fight for. His name and what he stood for is something I want to fight for. So please consider giving. Consider planting this church in his name and seeing life come out of death.